one of the goals of the Ohio Basketball Hall of Fame has been to share the stories of the pioneers of the game. And those stories you might not otherwise hear. Our first honoree is John Milner here this evening. Or John Miner, I should say. Known as Little Johnny, okay? And this is not a Bob Knight story. Little Johnny Miner. 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed 130 pounds, okay? That's where the nickname comes from. It didn't stop him from becoming Ohio State's first basketball All-American in 1925. Now, Miner graduated from Columbus East High School in 1921. He didn't dazzle OSU coach Red Troutman at the time when he tried out for the squad his freshman year in 1922. In fact, Troutman cut him. John had given up hope of playing for the Buckeyes, but in 1923, OSU's new coach, Harold Olson, saw him playing intramural basketball and asked him to join the team. Ohio State had a 4-11 record that year. The next year, things changed. Miner became a starter and captain. He led Ohio State to a 12-5 record. Unfortunately, the Bucks lost 5 Western Conference games by a total of 9 points that season. In 1925, OSU had a 14-2 record and won its first conference title, had an 11-1 mark in league play. Miner led the league in scoring with 133 points in 12 games, so 11 points per game on average, and became Ohio State's first consensus All-American. And through our research, we have learned that John Miner went on to have a long career as an executive at Goodyear Tire in Akron and even played basketball for their Wingfoots team in the late 1930s. John Miner moved to Florida in his later years and died October 24th, 1981, at the age of 80. Sheila Fox is here to accept the award on his behalf.
One of the goals of the Ohio Basketball Hall of Fame is to really tell the stories that you might not otherwise hear. I spent a whole day at the Columbus Public Library this summer researching John Miner to find out who he was and his family, and I found his obituary, and I was able to find census records from the early 20s and 30s to really learn about him. And he had a great life, and we worked really hard to find his family, and unfortunately we weren't able to do that, but I did, and what Jeff said in the script, I was able to find a lot of interesting things about him, and he ended up moving to Venice, Florida when he was about 78 years old and passed away at the age of 80 in 1980. So the Ohio Basketball Hall of Fame wants to preserve his memory and tell his story, and we accept this award on his behalf. Thank you.